Welcome back everyone to Forza Motorsport 6, continuing on with the career mode. As you can see, we're still at Daytona International Speedway from the last episode, but the main difference here is I am actually winning. And yeah, welcome to 2016 as well. Happy New Year, hope you had a good Happy New Year's. And yeah, I basically said to hell with subtlety with this car, and basically mostly went for all out power. This does have race brakes, does have race suspension, does have wider rear and front tyres, but the tyres themselves are actually the same as they were originally, apart from the width. And yeah, I basically went for a race supercharger, so I think we had about 425 with this car last time we tried it. Now we have 475, and we can get to more than 180 a lot quicker than we could to 180 in the last car, and last tune up of this car as well. I mean, yeah, admittedly it's worse at handling, but this track is mainly about that big long oval, so yeah, that's basically what I've done to it. Just went at it like a bull in the china shop. To hell with it. The difficulty has been lowered, but I'll change that at the end of this series. I just don't want to risk having to lose again in this car. So whether or not it's going to work on the next track, I don't know, but to hell with it. Finally got through to the first place on this track. That's all that really matters right now. Hell of a lot faster than it was originally. It's actually apparently slower in terms of acceleration, but way quicker in terms of top speed. And there we go. No idea what track we're up on next, but hopefully it's one that relies on a high speed. I won a spin prize. Give me some money, I need some money after spending all that money on this car. Ah, damn. Oh well. Right, where are we next? Oh, damn. Well, this does have a long-ish straight on it, so maybe we'll be alright. Yeah, anyway, see you when we get there. Right, Circuit of the Americas. Since this is the first video of the year, should talk about things we are going to be doing this year. Yeah, obviously more of Forza Motorsport 6. Car pack should be out next week. Not quite sure what's going to be in it, but considering how interesting the last car packs have been, there should be some decent cars in there. Whether or not, sorry Shelby, whether or not we're going to be having a whole lot of great cars, I don't know. But either way, a new car pack is always going to bring about at least a few cars. I'm expecting at least half the car pack to be decent, because no car pack so far has had less than 3 cars that I've liked. I've at least liked 4 cars, and since there are 7, that's more than half. So yeah, there should be that amount. There is a rally game out at the end of this month called Sebastian Loeb's Rally Evo. You might have heard of it. I've played the demo, and there's a lot going for it, especially the car list, which is actually really interesting. A lot of classic rally cars in there that I've never really heard of. But the main problem with that game is the handling. Oops, absolutely cut the corner. Yeah, the handling just feels really detached. I just cannot get into how weird it is, the handling, which has surprised me really, because if the actual rally driver Sebastian Loeb was involved in it, then either he doesn't know what he's on about, or he's just not used to trying to do a game before, like he hasn't done before. I think it's the first time he's been involved in a game. So yeah, that's a bit of a disappointment. If it's cheap, I'll get it. If it's not, I won't bother, because Dirt Rally is out a few months later on consoles. Has been out on PC for a while in early access, but yeah, it's out on consoles, so yeah, if there's going to be a rally game, then I think that one's the best one to go for, because apparently the handling is really good on that, and the car list isn't half bad either, from what I've seen. Plus it looks stunning in terms of graphics and the stages, so yeah. Oops, easy. So yeah, that's most likely the rally game we're going to be getting, Dirt Rally. Other games, well, we've got plenty of games to do playthroughs with. I'm just trying to think of other ones now. I know full well there's a lot coming out, but I'm just struggling to remember them at the moment. But yeah, I'm mainly trying to save up for a PS4, so that's why I might not get that Sebastian Loeb one, because I'm not going to pay full price for a game that most likely is going to be awful to try and drive on. And saving up for PS4 isn't going to come cheap, so yeah, going to have to be bare to the bone with certain games that are coming out. I know Far Cry Primal is coming out as well. Whether or not that's any good, I'll have to leave up to the reviews, because Far Cry games have been coming out a bit more regularly recently, and even though Far Cry 4 was solid, I'm not entirely sure whether or not Far Cry Primal is going to be worth it. But it does look decent. I like the idea of it being a stripped back, hunting, surviving kind of game. No guns or anything like that, just arrows and spears. So yeah, kind of excited for that. There is also Rise of the Tomb Raider DLC I might be going through as well. Oh god, these rumble strips are annoying. This car really doesn't like them with this race suspension. Yeah, there's a endurance mode with that Rise of the Tomb Raider, which I'm going to try out. Basically about just surviving really, as long as you can, and compare yourself to other people that have done it as well. So you have to collect fuel for your fire, you have to collect food by hunting. I don't think you have any guns or anything like that. I think it's purely like bow and arrow and maybe your axes or something like that. But yeah, you just have to basically survive the elements, survive the wildlife, survive as long as you can, and compare yourselves to other people on the leaderboard. Plus there's also a new a mission out for it. Temple of the Witch, I think it's called. I think it's got another subtitle before that, but yeah, that's basically it. I've not seen anything for that, but considering the game itself was solid, I'm sure that would be solid as well. I think there's a wave-based element coming out to it as well, surviving certain monsters and stuff. So yeah, plenty of DLC coming out for that game. Not heard about any of the other DLC for Mad Max or Just Cause 3 yet, but I would really like some extra stuff for them too to come out, because they were two of my favourites from last year, which is weird to be saying. Still can't get over how quick 2015 went past, quite frankly. Right, nearly got up to third place. I'm sure there are more looking forward to, just struggling to remember them at the moment. But there's not all that many in terms of racing games coming out, that's for sure. Whether or not Forza Horizon 3 is going to come out, we'll have to see, because I've heard nothing about it so far. But considering the Forza Horizon series and Forza Motorsport series are supposed to be released year on year, as in Forza Motorsport 6 will be out next year, around the same time that this one came out. We should have a Forza Horizon 3, or I have heard that Microsoft are planning on a third tier for this, for the Forza series to be coming out. So yeah, whatever that's going to be, I don't know. I'd love it for it to be a rally series or something like that, because then we really would have all the bases covered: track, open world, and rally, which would be really quite neat. But there's probably something else they could probably come up with. Personally, I'd like to see him try and do what the Crew did, and do a full open world game to scale of a certain area. Though whether or not it would work, I don't know, because from what I've seen, the Crew is really glitchy, and I never played that because I thought the handling was absolutely rubbish on the demo. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, if a racing game can't get the handling right, then unless it's really cheap, I'm not going to bother with it at all. which is the main worry. That Sebastian Loeb rally game coming out at the end of this month. Well, at least we've got into the top 3 with this car. My worries weren't justified with it being not suitable. But I'm pretty sure this year is going to be a far more packed year than 2015 was, because I didn't get all that many games, to be honest, especially in the first 6 months. And there's already a few out, at least, that I know of, that are coming out before June. So yeah, should be a fun year for gaming, that's for sure. Sorry, Alpha. Sorry. If it is an Alpha, I think it is, yeah. Get out of the way. There it is. I don't really mean like bullying Alphas, but he really was being a bit slow there. As for the channel, well, all the things that have been done normally last year are going to continue, so yeah, there wasn't any Throwback Thursday yesterday because it was New Year's Eve and I was far too busy doing other things. But yeah, everything will resume. There'll probably be a extreme power no handling today as well as this, and then how fast will it go will be on Saturday, and then I'd probably do a review on Sunday. That Alpha's really stupidly quick. As for other games, well, like I said, it's been a bit lacking. It's going to be a bit lacking until I get the PS4, because obviously I'm saving up for that, and I don't want to spend too much on other games. But I might dip into some arcade games, some other games that are out, or going to be released over this month. I know there's Resident Evil 0, the remastered edition coming out. I'll take a look at that. I never played it originally, but I have on occasion like the Resident Evil games, so considering the older ones were critically better, it should be a fun game to play with all new fancy graphics. Again, it's how much that is. Because as much as I want to play new games, I really want a PS4 for the amount of games that I can get play on that, because there is a lot on there, a lot of new ones coming out and some older ones I want to try out as well. Anyway, second place in the Shelby, so yeah, not as good as last race, but really wasn't expecting it because I did put a lot of power in this car purely for that oval part of the Daytona International Speedway. Alright, I think that's the end of this bit, yeah. Final race done. Southern US Tour completed. Alright, and that's all of that done. We're now...
You've completed the professional racing volume. Now you will have to push your reflexes to the limit. The final stage in your career is the ultimate in motorsport. Racing the fastest cars in history on the most advanced circuits in the world.
Motorsport it is. And we get a spin prize as well. Give me some money. I know there's not a lot there, but... Yes! Already own that car, so that's $1.5 million in the bank. I needed that after that Shelby was cost 1.8 million. And yeah, took a while for it to recoup its how much it costs, but yeah, got most of the money back for it there. I don't know what we're going to be doing now. Once this loading screen's done. There we go.
Here we are then, in the ultimate motorsport group. A world of impossible speed, mind-boggling forces, and the sort of hazards usually reserved for test pilots. Back in the 60s and 70s, there was no guarantee that a driver starting a race would still be around when it finished. Cars were high on speed, low on safety, and dripping with adrenaline. Thankfully, things have moved on, but with more safety comes more speed, as designers and engineers bend the rules of physics to save a micron here or a millisecond there. Everything on these machines is there, or rather not there, for a reason. Some are rolling experiments for mankind's most advanced technology, and they stretch the definition of car to its limit. Together they represent billions of dollars of investment, and they compete in the world's most famous and valuable races, from the banked corners of Indianapolis to the Mulsanne Straits at Le Mans.
Hope there's not... Oh.
Each of the following tracks integrates all the special characteristics of the environment in which they exist, from frozen mountains to sunny beaches and everywhere in between. Trot the globe while racing on the world's most unique circuits.
Right, I hope there's not too many oval racing races on this, but yeah, we've got these 6 to choose from: Endurance Prototypes, Modern Grand Prix, 1970s Grand Prix, Legends of Grand Prix, Can-Am, and IndyCar. I think IndyCar is the one that will most likely be around oval, so we probably won't do that. But yeah, we'll choose the next series in the next episode. Sorry this has been a bit shorter than usual, but yeah, it's just getting into the flow of doing videos again after a break, which I quite frankly really rather needed, but I'm raring to go in the new year. And yeah, I'll see you in whatever I do next. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.